with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Knoche and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity. The LSU Tigers taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Trying to find his man on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Give to the back. Crosses to 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the right. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll run the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
But how loud is it in this building? This is... These fans are going absolutely nuts, and I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Third and goal from way back there. The give from the gun. Snowed under by the defense.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. First drive of the game, you want to pay it off and just put some points on the line.
Well, and see, I'd go for the touchdown because here's the thing. I'm going to make them go the length of the field, almost 100 yards. Even if I get stopped, I'm starting this game aggressive.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on fourth down. Snap in the shotgun. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. He's going to run it. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Gets it out fast. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
LSU 7, South Carolina 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Feeling some heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up. On second down, looking again to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
He finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe that pass on the way. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of Aaron. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushers loose. Go get that QB.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Trying to get to him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up, one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds me of sometimes.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. He wants to pass it on second down. The quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Getting some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Little touch pass to the receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line.
South Carolina Gamecocks will take over 1st and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Maybe they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He wants to throw. Looking for a deep man. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And this is why his team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy...
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Cabrera. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
And the LSU offense will take over 1st and 10.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play, momentum shift for the defense.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They take the lead with the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Wide receiver shows motion. On the option. The pitch. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. They're lining up to boot it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play. Perfect time right there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. LSU quick to the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Now he's going to break the pocket. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a 1st down.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They're setting up the screen. He breaks a tackle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. He knew he was going to have to pay the price, and he did, but the reward is the 1st down.
Yep, he hung in there just long enough, Reese. I think he did a really good job hanging there, finds the running back. And listen, when you choose to blitz, now you got to tackle my guy in space. Running back does a great job getting the 1st down.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Tigers! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Winding up to add another. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Michigan is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social, and their recruits are definitely taking notice. They're trailing by 14 to Oklahoma. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you need to know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the pass is intercepted. At the 45 on his way. Taking it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
South Carolina, 14.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have this. You've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, LSU 21, South Carolina 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back on the move. And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the first down. Love the grab just past the first down line to allow the drive to continue. So that's a nice play by the QB and receiver. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his back in the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I love the type of throw there by the quarterback, throwing to his running back on that angle route. That cannot be a bullet throw. He just puts enough air on it, makes it an easy catch for his running back on the move. Running back makes the grab, and he's able to advance it.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Plows through the defense. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. The give on the inside. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They bring him down, and he's going to lose the yard.
By it, they were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Power football with the run. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This almost certainly to win the game. Field goal is good. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. Fair catch called for and made. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Using his legs to buy some time. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to